Hello everyone, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is my monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Cancer, and it's for November 2018. So it's for you, my gorgeous Cancer, and it's for November 2018. It is a number 9 in numerology. You have number 9 is a very powerful number, especially when it comes to you dealing with a certain situations, you dealing with a certain problems, you facing certain things in life in order to move on. And this is what is going to happen. This is exactly what is going to happen this month. Things have been really busy in so many different ways. Things have felt really heavy lately. In fact, for the last 7 months, things have been really heavy. And this heaviness have clouded your feelings. This heaviness have clouded your emotions. There was a lot that you beautiful Cancerians had to deal with, especially when it comes to your emotional life. There were changes that were becoming very significant. There were changes that were simply impossible to ignore. You were kind of going with things, you were kind of going with the flow, you know, going with your emotions, going with like things that you needed to do in order to like function properly in this world. But there were certain things that you were kind of keep on leaving behind. The certain things that you are going to face this month, but this is not going to be scary. This is not going to be bad. This is not going to be negative, because number 9 is also bringing the whole new wave of optimism, of positive energy, of power, and that is going to touch those areas in your life that have been very stagnant, and especially when it comes to your feelings, and especially when it comes to your emotions. There were certain things that were blocked, and these certain things that were blocked only because you were dealing with certain emotional problems. You were dealing with certain emotional issues that affected you one way or another. My point here is that November is going to be very significant, because you have got a one important beginning and one important ending. Number 9, what I get really excited about, yes, I'm still talking about number 9, but it is very exciting, because number 9 is also saying that the big huge problem issue is going to come to an end, and something that you really wanted in a really long time, it's going to become the actual reality, and this is going to become your new turning point. So the big wish is going to come through, and also materialistically this is going to be really good. Materialistically this is also going to be very significant. It's not about the money, it's not about the power. This month it's a lot going to be about your emotional issues, about your emotional happiness, and you finally rediscovering yourself, and you finally rediscovering your own happiness. And this is going to be very significant, because most certainly it is going to be the wake up time for Cancerians. Time to move on. Okay, so also what else I was going to say, when it comes to the actual health, oh gosh, of course the energy levels are not going to be that great again this month. Now, you are not the only sign that is going through this. November has got a certain energies that do affect people like in a certain ways, and especially when it comes to energy, our energy levels, they will be affected a little bit. So I would highly suggest to try to take something like a spirulina, like a natural supplement, spirulina, or like a blue-green algae and things like that. Whatever way you take it, it would be brilliant. You can maybe take it in a tablet form, or you can maybe take it in a liquid form. It's entirely up to you, but these products are really fantastic, and as long as they're natural, like 100% natural, without any chemicals, without any additives, without any nasties or anything like that, just try to get these products from some reputable seller. You see, like and spirulina and blue-green algae are absolutely amazing. Of course, these are natural products that come from the sea, but they're amazing, like super powerful when it comes to their own power, when it comes to their own minerals and vitamins. These things are just super effective when it comes to us feeling tired. Of course, if you are on any other medications, I think you should check with your GP, or you should check with your doctor just in case, because only your doctor and only your GP can tell you whether this can interact with your medications or not. But otherwise, it is a great product to take, fantastic product to take, especially when we feel really low, especially when we feel really tired, and especially when we feel really negative, because there is so much goodness in these products that will revive us in so many different ways. So this is something that I highly recommend, like when it comes to the tiredness. But you know, at the end of the day, I think the power of your mind, your optimism, it's going to be really powerful, and it's going to be very significant this month. And this is going to be a driving force. This is something that is going to be driving you. This is something that is going to be taking you through. Perhaps you're just going to feel like a little bit more tired, like by the end of the working day or by the end of the day, you know, and you might get affected by these energies. But when it comes to your own personal effectiveness and things like that, it is just going to be absolutely fine. And also, what else I was going to say, and it really goes really well, spirulina and blue-green algae that I just recommended, is that the digestion, again, also it's going to feel like a little bit sensitive this month, which means that whatever you take, your stomach is going to make a little bit of noise, or you're going to be able to feel your tummy, you're going to be able to feel your stomach. Again, whatever you try to take, like, I mean, in a sense of like, oh, you can be super healthy, you can take super organic and all these things, you know, but it is just sometimes, you know, there is a certain negativity that is around a certain part of our body that is just kind of regenerating itself at the same time while we are going through these certain changes. So that's why I said spirulina also and blue-green algae are going to be fantastic when it comes to your digestion, when it comes to like a stomach, maybe like a discomfort and things like that. So this is absolutely brilliant. Spirulina and the blue-green algae, not only for your stomach, but for your overall health. It's something that you should be taking not only in November, but November and December are both going to be very significant when it comes to these particular supplements. Okay, now, going on the first day of the lovely month of November. Remember November. Okay, so it's the 5th of November. Is going to be like a really good day. It's going to be the day. The reason why the 5th of November is going to be a good day, because when I said that the big problem is coming to an end, when I said that something huge issue is coming to an end, when I mentioned like your emotional life, you know, you were fine, but it was just there. It was just clouding you. It was like preventing you to move on. I repeat, it's a lot to do with your personal life. It's a lot to do with your emotions. They weren't where they should have been. And this is because you were going through the certain stages. This is because you were going through the certain spiritual journey. And this is just because it was meant to be this way in order for you to realize something really big. And what are you going to realize out of this situation as well? It's going to be something really big when it comes to you and when it comes to your life in general and when it comes to those things that are making you happy. Okay, so it's the 5th of November. It's going to be the day when you're actually going to have a realization which is going to travel towards you, which is going to come towards you. This realization is going to make you realize that the big, huge, massive problem is coming to an end. At the same time, the new spiritual journey is starting, and at the same time, you are approaching the new dimension. And this is all about you finally stepping in a new dimension and finally feeling yourself again, feeling your happiness again, feeling your optimism again. It is all part of our life, and this is all part of our spiritual journey. So the big problem, the huge problem is coming to an end, but also at the same time, the big wish is going to also start manifesting itself. And this is going to be a fantastic day for healing. This is almost going to be the brilliant day without even realizing. The whole day is going to be super healing day. So if you would like to do something extra, something like a bit of exercise, or if you would like to take some natural supplements, or if you would try to take eat some new diet, like a healthy diet, anything healthy, anything good, anything fantastic that we can do for ourselves on this particular date is going to be fantastic, bombastic, because it is just going to magnify itself. Not magnify, is that the right word? Magnify? No, it's going to like kind of enhance everything that we do. Like enhance, like if we eat healthy, it's going to be 10 times more that we are going to feel this within the universe, within the ourselves. So that's why it's a great day to take that day and make make it like a health day, or to do something really good for yourself and for your body. Okay, and also a new inspiration is going to come through, new inspiration that is going to become very significant. And also you're going to start feeling control over yourself, control over the situation, over your life, and over those areas in your life that was just driving you crazy. And basically now this is going to bring you whole new this is going to bring you the whole new courage, and this is just going to be very, very good and powerful and positive energy indeed, because it's just going to make you feel like you accomplished something really, really good. You accomplished something really, really big, and I think that's absolutely brilliant. The second important date is going to be on the 16th of November. 16th of November, it's going to be a little bit strange day, because there is going to be some kind of a partial loss. There is some kind of a loss that is going to come through, and that particular loss, it's not to do with the finances, it's not to do with the money, it's not to do with anything materialistic, but this loss is a lot to do with like emotions, with our emotional life, with our maybe partners, with our maybe family, with us maybe friend, somebody who we've lost, somebody who you've lost, my beautiful Cancerians, is just going to be kind of part of your mind, and it's just going to kind of make you feel like a little bit it is going to make you wonder about a certain stage in your life. It is going to make you wonder about a certain area in your life, because something is going to kind of change to the situation. Something is going to kind of change in such a way where you're gonna kind of adjust your feelings and adjust your emotions. And this doesn't have to be bad, this doesn't have to be negative, but this is just going to be really the step in the right direction. And when it comes to like adjusting our feelings, when it comes to like adjusting our emotions, when we go through these things like this, it's very, very important like to get something like a black onyx. Black onyx is absolutely brilliant, because it's against all fears and worries, you see, and things like that. I do have this beauty on me, you see. This is the black onyx that I have, and this is absolutely brilliant when it comes to this situation. Situations in life, absolutely brilliant when we feel a little bit lost, absolutely brilliant when we need a little bit of grounding, and also absolutely it's absolutely essential against fears and worries that are caused by certain emotional situations and stages in our life. You see, black onyx is absolutely brilliant, okay? And it's against negative emotions, it's against negative thoughts and things like that. So this is something that I highly recommend. You see this black onyx, and I highly recommend you to get this, my beautiful Cancerians. You need to buy a black onyx, because what this black onyx is going to do in November and December, it's going to help you big time, because it's going to help you to realize certain things about yourself and to rediscover yourself as well. This black onyx comes with a sterling silver, and also it comes with a sterling silver chain, and you can buy this beauty on my website, and the link is in the description below. So I highly recommend to get something like a black onyx. Not only it's beautiful, but it's absolutely amazing when it comes to these particular things in our life. And the link to buy this is in the description below. Okay, so now what else I was going to say to you is the third important date is going to be on the 25th of November. Now the 25th of November, it's like gonna be really bad day. No, I'm joking. I've got my moments. No, I'm joking. You see, God, it must be my new forest. Okay, so the 25th of November, it's going to be a really good day. Actually, it's going to be almost like time to celebrate, and it's almost going to be really good, because it is all going to come from the actual good news, the actual good realization that you are going to have about your own progress. Now your progress got to where you wanted to get, okay? So now you're going to be thinking about your own personal advancement. How can you advance enhance yourself? What can you do next? I mean, it's the recognition that you are going to have and the recognition that other people are going to have, but the most important is the recognition that it's going to come from you, within you. So this is going to be a very important day indeed. It's going to be the new motivation, the new beginning, and it's also going to be like a very much so connected to what you wanted to do in a really long time, since you were like a maybe tiny child, or since you were like a really young, or since many years ago. There is a certain reflection from the past going to come back on the 25th of November, and that certain reflection from the past is just going to kind of become it's going to bring you a whole new insight, which means that there is just something that you wanted to do in a really long time. Now, before you would think, oh no way, I'm not going to go for it, but now it's just the tables are going to turn, and now everything is going to start feeling different, and especially when it comes to you, and especially when it comes to your own courage. So this is going to be absolutely brilliant day indeed. When it comes to progress and when it comes to stepping in the right direction, new dimension, now this is the day, most certainly. My beautiful Cancerians, I'm happy for you. Okay, so now going on the first part of November 2018. The first part of November, although I said, you're going to feel a little bit tired, that doesn't matter. I said mentally, in your mind, you're going to feel really great, you're going to feel really sharp, so the tiredness doesn't matter, okay? It's your body just trying to tell you, just give me some spirulina or blue-green algae or something, or things like that, but otherwise it's going to be fine. Now, the first part of November is going to make you feel very strong, and it is just going to feel like a little bit confusing, but in a really good way confusing, and you will just find yourself in a situation, I miss this feeling, and that in itself is going to make you contemplate. There is going to be the contemplation that you're going to have within yourself, with yourself, okay, with your own spirituality, with your own spiritual journey. Only you will be able to understand yourself at this moment in time. Only you will be able to understand yourself in this point in time indeed, because that contemplation that you are going to have, it's going to resolve that contemplation is going to resolve at around like 4 different things, okay, which are in itself going to have a very enlightening effect on you. Just you thinking about them, just you focusing on them, just you like concentrating on them, that in itself is going to not only have like enlightening effect on you, but it's also at the same time it's going to bring you hope, the whole new hope, which is just going to automatically be connected to the new learning experience and the new prospects, that it's just going to become the part of your everyday life after this moment, after this point. Very strong strength. A strength is coming here, a strength that you needed, a strength that you didn't feel in a long time, a strength that you really missed indeed, and that strength is just going to be the start of something new. That strength also is just going to make you feel really you will want to be in touch with people, you will want to be with people, you will want to be around with people, you will want to be with people who mean to you a lot, okay? The second part of, and this is going to be brilliant, because when you feel like this is the part, this is very interesting, because this is the your certain part of your spiritual journey that you are reaching is just become very significant, and that means in itself that by the time we get to the mid part of November, there is a very good realization that you are going to have through your friends, through the people in your life. Realization, but it's more like an idea than the actual realization. You're gonna have to step back a little bit. I can see like a mid-November, like you're like gonna just have like about one evening, it's gonna be in the mid-November, when you're gonna have like very strong connection with the spirit world, very strong connection with the universe, very strong connection with your spirit guides, with your angels, and this is going to be very significant significant because that night something is going to happen when you sleep while you're sleeping, and this is going to be mid-November, and that in itself is going to be very close to the actual new beginning that you want to have. And that new beginning that you want to have is just going to be connected to you making a big change or you doing a big change, but it's just also very much so to do with certain elements in your life that were making you like not really happy, and that were making you kind of not able to live your life to its fullest, or not able to use your own energy, or not able to realize certain things that are very, very important around you in your life, in your, you know, and in your own personal little universe. You know, this is just going to be very important for you and very significant, and this is very, very deep, and this is something that is just connected to lots of problems that you had and lots of worries that you had, and especially in the last couple of years. This is connected to all the way back 2016. Okay, so this is all going to make sense once it happens, but it's very, very deep, and it's very emotional, and it's very, very spiritual at the same time. There is a really huge your own personal recognition that you are going to have of your own abilities, and that recognition is just going to make even more synchronized with the universe, even more synchronized with your own energy, and also that in itself is going to give you confidence to do and become a part of the challenge. You will want to do challenge, you will feel like you want to do challenge, you will want to be challenged, and you will want to challenge, and this is really, really good, because this means that you are about to get to the certain part of this particular spiritual journey, which is very, very important, because the whole new stage is going to be followed after this. My goodness, I highly, highly, highly recommend to get a Moldavite. This, look at this beauty. Moldavite is one of the most powerful crystals out there, and this beauty, it's very, very different to the rest of the crystals. It looks different, and it's a very, very effective indeed when it comes to so many different ways, but especially when it comes to the changes, and especially when it comes to the work changes, the career changes, and especially when we are dealing with big changes, when we are dealing with big life decisions. We want to protect ourselves, and we also want to make sure that we are doing everything right, and especially when we are dealing with money, career, finances, and things like that, moving home, changes, then Moldavite is absolutely brilliant, because on one hand Moldavite is going to protect you, it's going to help you to concentrate, it's going to help you to ground, and on another hand it's going to help you to do the right things, to go for the right choice, to do the right choices in life, you know, to go for the right choice in life, you see. And also it has got the ability when it comes to our finances to actually attract wealth and finances. This beautiful Moldavite comes with a sterling silver setting and a sterling silver chain, and the link is in the description below. You can buy this on my website, but I feel like you're going to need this not only in November, but also November and December are going to be very much so connected, very, very close indeed. So I highly recommend you to buy this, Cancerians, my babies, and wear this throughout November and December indeed. Okay, now going on the third part of November 2018. Now the third part of November is just going to be, it is going to be the situation that is going to arise that is just going to make you feel a little bit sad, because the certain area in your life when it comes to you working, you being around people, you being around certain people, there is a certain negative situation going to arise. Not necessarily with you, not necessarily to do with you, but I can see the group of people are going to be dealing with a problem, with an issue, and which are you going to be part of as well. You're going to be affected by this as well, and it's going to make you feel like a little bit sad. And this is when things are going to become very interesting, because that, instead of making you feel like, oh no, feeling sorry for yourself, you're not going to feel sorry for yourself, because this is going to be your ultimate power. This is going to be your ultimate test that you are going to have at the end of November. And it's also going to test you in such a way because you're gonna do something, you're gonna act in certain way when it comes to the certain area in your life, and you're gonna do the certain edit in this form of abandoning certain stage, certain part of your life. And this is something that was dragging, this is something that was making you unhappy, and this is something that was growing very strong as the time went by. Especially in the last 12 months, you were like kind of focusing on this, you had this at the back of your mind, very much so, very solid, stored, so it's always there. So every time when you would drift away with your thoughts, that would always kind of remind you it's there. So it's that type of thing, that type of problem, you see. And now that it's actually going to arise, and you're going to deal with this issue, and in such a way that you will want to cut this out of your life, which is really great, because you're going to find yourself in a situation where you're going to find your own determination. You're going to feel very, very determined indeed, and you're going to find your time and everything within yourself and within this universe and within your life, within your energy, within your spiritual journey absolutely perfect to do this, because everything is going to start flow really, really freely. And that's really good, because it is going to be an ending. The end of November, it's going to be an ending. This ending is going to be one of the most powerful endings in your life. This ending is going to be one of the most significant endings in your life indeed. I cannot stress how powerful this ending is going to be. And it's a little trick to it, because if it happened only about a couple of years ago, you'd be like, no! And now it's just completely different, because now this ending is just going to feel completely different. The tables are turning again, and now you're going to feel very, very passionate about it indeed. And that in itself is going to bring you the whole new preservance and vision. The whole new vision is going to come through. This vision is going to be very important. This vision is going to be very powerful, and this vision is going to be so significant to you and to people in your life. This is going to be literally life-changing, and you will see exactly what I mean. Okay, my beautiful Cancerians, now I'm going to shuffle these cards. And because of the amount of people just asked me about these cards, I do love my tarot cards to be very different. I do like my tarot cards to be quite, not unique, but I do have this taste in really vintage, old tarot. Lots of Italian tarot cards I have, really old Italian tarot. But it's not necessarily all Italian that I have. I have tarot cards from all around the world, but most of them are an old Italian tarot cards, and they're absolutely beautiful. I love vintage, I love old, I feel this energy, I feel this power, I just love it. Okay, so if you would like to buy these tarot cards, you can get these tarot cards, and the link is in the description below. I have this on my website too. So what I'm going to do now, my babies, I'm going to concentrate on you Cancerians, and it's on those of you that are in relationship now, and it's for November 2018. So it's for those of you Cancerians that are in relationship, and it's for November 2018. Of course. Of course, okay. You see, it looks like the partner is actually going to be going through something really weird and really difficult. The partner was hoping for some kind of change. The partner was hoping for some kind of difference in life, The partner was hoping for some kind of new stage in life. The partner was hoping for something and focusing a lot, with you knowing or without you knowing. But it's just the realization that your partner is going to have. It's going to be the realization something. It's going to be more like a fantasy than anything else. So therefore, the partner was hoping for something, the partner was concentrating on something, and the partner was focusing so much of the energy to actually do this particular thing in life. And now that of course to do with them, and it's to do with you, and it's affecting both of you, and it's a lot to do with the difficulties of launching new projects and things like that. And it's not only about launching launching new project, but it's just going to be the month when your partner is going to need a little bit of vavavoom from you. Your partner is going to need a little bit of power from you. Your partner is going to need a little bit of like a loving care from you. You know, give them some loving energy and you know, like you know, spend some time with them, like do something nice for them and things like that, because there are going to be the certain difficulties that your partner is going to be going through, but these difficulties are not just like something selfish to do with them. This is just something, this is to do with the big picture, this is to do with your life, this is to do with your partner, their, you know, their life and your life in general. It's just something that your partner wanted to do, was hoping to do, but it's just not going through this month. It's a little bit difficult. So that's why I just suggest you take care of your partner, give them some love, and it's going to be absolutely fine, okay? And just you know, just spend some time with them, and you know, it doesn't matter if the things don't work out completely in November. December is going to be completely different. Okay, so now I'm going to shuffle these cards again, and I'm going to concentrate on those of you that are single. Okay, so this is for single Cancerians, and it's for November 2018. I can't believe we're in November already. Okay, so it's for Cancerians that are single. Okay, November 2018. Okay, of course. Oh dear, dear, dear. Okay, well, this is going to be something very, very interesting here. This month is going to be very busy. This month is going to be very significant. And as I said already, there are going to be lots of situations and lots of occasions when you're going to go out and you're going to be meeting lots of people. But mainly, you will be spending a time with people in your life. You will be spending time with your family members. You will be spending time with your friends indeed. But there is something very interesting that is going to happen, and what is going to happen is where you're going to find yourself in a situation where you're going to be really busy. Now, this is nothing to do with your friends, this is nothing to do with your family, this is nothing to do with people you know, but you're going to find yourself doing something that you really like. And this can be absolutely anything. This can be to do with your work. Maybe you're doing something at work and you're really going for it and you enjoy yourself. Maybe you are a florist and then you will be like watering your plants. Look at my beautiful orchids. Yeah, maybe you're a florist and you will be like watering your plants, and then you will, you know, you will have this sign. My bottom line is there's something that you really like doing while you're completely at it. You will not be thinking about anything else. You will not be thinking about the universe. You will not be thinking about love. You will not be thinking about anything else apart from the fact that what you like doing. In that moment is going to be absolutely crucial. And that moment is going to happen in November. And what is going to happen in that moment, it is going to be an amazing realization, an omen that you are going to have. And this omen that you are going to have, this omen that you are going to realize, this omen that you are going to experience on this at around this time, is going to be very powerful, because it's going to make you feeling drawn towards the new person in your life, and it's going to make you wonder, and it's going to be very, very interesting, because to start with, you're going to start feeling drawn towards someone, but you're not going to quite get it, and then you're going to start feeling drawn towards that person closer and closer and closer. But this is a lot about the spirituality. This is a lot about you going on a next spiritual journey. This is a lot about your spiritual growing, because you will not only have an amazing omen to do with that person. Remember, an omen that I said, it's going to be strictly connected to the new person in your life. It's going to be strictly connected to somebody who is about to enter your life and change everything for the better. But the difference is going to be in the fact that this person is going to be spiritual. It's going to be really cool. It's going to come through the completely different spiritual door, through completely different spiritual journey in your life, and it's going to surprise you, because you're going to find yourself in a situation fancying someone and liking someone who you wouldn't normally like. And this is really great, because this not only means that there is someone very, very special about to enter your life, but this is marking also the huge new beginning in your life when it comes to your own huge, massive spiritual experience. My beautiful Cancerians, you have got so much to look forward to this month indeed. December is going to be very, very interesting as well. Okay, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, love and light. Okay, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium.